Dallas Cowboys finally opened up training camp in a very strange year, but also in probably one of the most exciting seasons for the Dallas Cowboys in a very, very long time. Not only do they have a phenomenal offense that is boasting a talented rookie wide receiver that was considered by most people that were grading the NFL draft, myself included, as the top wide receiver in the draft, but they also were able to come up with picking up a couple of savvy veterans or some players that are really looking for another chance to prove themselves in the NFL. You got players like Dontari Poe, Aldon Smith, Everson Griffin, and Randy Gregory, and to go with Gerald McCoy and DeMarcus Lawrence, that makes a very, very terrifying pass rush. And if you really think about it, Gerald McCoy's going into his 10th season in the NFL, and he was a former number 3 overall pick and has been as consistent as they could come. Unfortunately, there's some bad news surrounding him, and we're going to give you footage of what happened. I was actually able to come across actual footage of it, but I'm going to have to smash it in the middle of the video due to monetization reasons. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. But don't worry, we have plenty to cover here, plenty to do with CeeDee Lamb, Andy Dalton, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott. So before we get to the content, guys, please take a moment to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. I'm spamming out like 3 of these a day. This is probably going to be my first of many for today, and once you do that on YouTube, they typically don't send out notifications anymore or show you the other content I might post. So smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm and turning on my notifications is a surefire way to make sure that you keep getting these updates. In addition to that, guys, I am grinding to 100,000 followers on TikTok. I post a lot of NFL rankings on my TikToks in the description down below at The Flight Mike, and I live stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Now that we got all that out of the way, break! Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? We gotta start out with probably the most exciting portion of Dallas Cowboys news. A lot of you guys know that as a Cowboy fan, the number one thing I typically say about the Dallas Cowboys that determines how far they can go this season, putting aside the fact that there needs to be a season and we don't have to worry about the pandemic affecting the regular season, is the fact that how will all the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy fit in with each other? Will they buy into McCarthy's system? In the past, the number one issue I've had with the Dallas Cowboys was Jason Garrett's inability to make adjustments on the fly once they were in the middle of a game. It was really simple to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Once you figured out that they were leveraging Ezekiel Elliott to control the clock and make sure the opposing team had the ball for as little as possible and tried to control the time of possession, it was very easy to commit to Ezekiel Elliott and then force Dak Prescott to throw medium to long range throws, which, by the way, he does excel at, but the problem is the play design that the Cowboys had in the past wasn't necessarily the best, and that's what they brought Kellen Moore in last season to try to mitigate a little bit, but clearly the issue was a little bit bigger, and that's why they decided to can Jason Garrett. Towards the end of the season, they obviously had a meltdown, which looks really bad and reflects poorly upon Jason Garrett, because before becoming the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, he was the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, in addition, they hired Mike McCarthy, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sold on. I'm just hoping that he somehow, some way studied something new over the past year and wants to install a brand new offensive philosophy now that he has a new team, similar to the one that Andy Reid did when he left the Eagles and joined the Kansas City Chiefs. I know it's a little bit of a prayer and a little bit of a stretch, but as a Cowboy fan, that's what I'm hoping for. But on top of that, Dallas Cowboys fans are really excited for the addition of CeeDee Lamb. Now, originally, I'm going to be very, very honest, I do not think CeeDee Lamb's going to be able to top 1,000 yards receiving in his first season. There's a lot of hype surrounding him, and he runs routes very well. He has the perfect body for a wide receiver. He has tremendous hands, and he fits into the Dallas Cowboys seamlessly as the wide receiver 3. I don't see a possibility of Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Amari Cooper all exceeding 1,000 yards. Now, for all you know, I could be wrong. I don't think it's been done in NFL history before, so let me know in the comment section if I'm messing that up at all. But personally, I think it would be absolutely bonkers if they pull it off. I don't know who's probably going to get the bad end of the stick. I think Michael Gallup might see a little bit less of a production if CeeDee Lamb is to succeed so early on, or you might see CeeDee Lamb not be that much of a factor in his rookie season, and that's typically what happens with rookie wide receivers. Now, for all you know, we could have another Randy Moss on our hands, but I'm not going to go ahead and dub a wide receiver as the next coming of anybody until I watch him play, actually. And I do think he has tremendous potential. It really depends on how the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy use him. But according to this report from David Hellman, CeeDee Lamb did have a nice little moment today where he was able to slip past Anthony Brown and slip past his tackle and turn upfield with quickness, splitting the safeties, and it wasn't necessarily going to result in a touchdown, but it would have been a very long gain if it would have went off. And I wouldn't be surprised if CD is relegated to a Michael Thomas-like role where they try to get him very short to intermediate passes, nothing past the 10-yard mark, so he could really turn up and use his speed. Now, other notes that we got, according to Kyle Humans on Twitter, is the running backs are looking good. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott in space are looking fresh. Andy Dalton also looked really good, and Anthony Brown caught his eye on multiple occasions. I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the very bad news about this is the rookie cornerbacks have work to do, and I've had tremendously high hopes for Trevon Diggs, but of course, he's a rookie after all. Just because he's Stephon Diggs' brother doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be a beast from the get-go. Some more praise that we're getting on the defensive end is Jalen Smith and Anthony Brown both looked really, really good in practice today. Anthony Brown was able to break up a pass to Michael Gallup that would have resulted in a touchdown. And most importantly, for the Dallas Cowboys, something that we've all been excited about, Everson Griffen has officially joined the Dallas Cowboys. He has passed his COVID testing, and he joined the Dallas Cowboys in practice today. He was able to get a nice little chat in with DeMarcus Lawrence, and I'm personally very excited because I think he's a huge upgrade over Robert Quinn, and he provides significantly better production than Jadeveon Clowney would have, and I know that's going to sound crazy, but if you look it up, you would see that Everson Griffen did provide significantly more production than Jadeveon Clowney for a fraction of the price. Now, unfortunately, not all of this is good. We, of course, got word about Gerald McCoy sustaining a huge injury, rupturing his right quad tendon today in the middle of practice. And we have footage of it right in front of you. So if you want to know what actually happened, and this is so stupid, it kind of drives me nuts, but there was a one-on-one reps where Gerald McCoy was trying to teach Antoine Woods a specific technique, and he was role-playing as the blocker when Antoine Woods was coming at him. Antoine Woods moved and trucked over Gerald McCoy. This sent McCoy on his back leg. He rolled over and had to be helped off of the field and into the locker room. And this is a really big deal if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. I was really looking forward to seeing the combination of Gerald McCoy and Dontari Poe and DeMarcus Lawrence and Aldon Smith and Everson Griffen all together, and I wanted to see what that would have yielded us. It sounded like a very good defensive line 5 years ago, but I felt like the combination of all of them now, especially if they were savvy in years past, if you're rotating those players, I felt like you would definitely get some good results. It's really unfortunate to see, but this is the footage that I wanted to show you guys. If you are enjoying these training camp updates, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. Aside from that, I'm your boy Microphone, and I'm dropping the mic until my next upload.